So this is the next question that we are having. So here a wire is cut into two pieces and cut in two pieces. One piece is converted into a square, another piece is converted into a circle. What should be the length of these two pieces so that the combined area of the square and the circle should be minimum? So we'll try to take a wire whose length is 28 meters. Whose length is 28 meters, and accordingly we'll try to create a square as well as a circle. This is the wire you have, and the length of this wire is 28 meters. Total length is 28 meters. Now it is cut into two pieces. One of the piece is to be made into a square and the other into a circle. We don't know where we need to cut. So let me take this as I'm cutting at this certain position. I'm taking this as say A, this as B, and this as C. So first part which is there, and what should be the length of two pieces so that the combined area of the square and the circle is minimum. So I'll be taking this AB. This part I'll try to take, and let me prepare either a square or a circle out of this one. So suppose if I'm preparing this as a square, so using this I'm trying to prepare a square, right? So if I'm taking this length to be equals to say X, this is the length that I'm taking. This length to be say X from B to C. This wire I'll try to take and convert that in the form of a circle, make it as a circle. This is how. So is the question clear now? One wire we cut and try to prepare it in the form of a square, another one as a circle. Now, if the total length is 28, what will be the length BC? Can you tell me this one? AB length is X, AC length is 28 meter. Now, how can you find BC length? AB plus BC is what? 28 meters, right? And AB length I have taken it as X. That is what I have taken. Plus BC. I need to find out this BC. What will be BC is equals to? It will be 28. Send this plus X on the other side becomes minus of X. So now this BC value will become 28 minus of X. So from this 28 minus of X length, you are trying to form a circle. Now, what I have to do is, when you try to combine these areas of both the square and the circle, right? What should be the length of the two pieces so that the combined area of the square and this should be a minimum. The area of the square and the area of the circle should be minimum. So in that way, you have to cut this. So this point B is very crucial for us. Where to cut? The length of first piece B. Length of the first piece B equals to X. Then length of the wire, it is already given to us, it is 28. If the length of the wire is 28 and the length of the first piece is X, then we have the length of the second piece. Length of the second piece. So length of the second piece will be this one, 28 minus of X. 28 minus X. So this is the data that we have obtained from the question itself. When you convert this X length into the square, what should be the side? This length is there, AB have taken, right? From AB, you are making a square, right? So if you're starting from A over here, you try to bend in such a way that, again, you have to reach at B itself. You start at A because your starting point is A, ending point is B. So that means starting and ending point will be the same to form a square. Do you agree with this one? So if that is the case, that means starting and ending point will be the same over here. So what is this length X? This is the length X we have taken, right? Length X is taken. Now the total length, if you start traveling from here, move down over here, come again over here and return back over here, the total length covered will be X. So when you're trying to cover from the outside, is it not the perimeter of the square? Perimeter of square. What is the perimeter of the square? Perimeter of the square is 4 times of the side, right? 4 times of the side. Now this This x represents what? X represents the perimeter now. Because using the complete length from A to B, you are forming a square. So this x represents the perimeter and 4 times of the side. So from here you can calculate the side. You just try to shift this x on the 4 on the other side. X by 4 will be side. Therefore, this side will be x by 4. This side will be x by 4. This side will be x by 4 and this side will be x by 4. And when you add all this one, you have to get back x. Will you get back x by 4 plus x by 4 plus x by 4 plus x by 4? So if you try to add is x by 4 plus x by 4 plus x by 4 plus x by 4, LCM 4. So how many x are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4x will be getting. So 4 and 4 will get cancelled. You'll get back x itself. It has to match that. So we have got this side to be what? Side to be equals to x by 4. Therefore, you can write down the side of square. Side of the square will be nothing but x by 4. If the side of the square is obtained, then you can find out the area because he is talking about the area of the squares. Now, similarly, you can go for with respect to the circle. So you have from B to C, right? From B to C, what is its length? 28 minus of x. Now, using this, you are forming a circle. That means you start from B, you try to return back to C. So B and C are the same point. So what is the total length that is covered while they're traveling? From here, when they travel and return back to the same point, this length will be 28 minus of x. That means this complete length which is there represents, I can write in this way. This complete length which is being covered is 28 minus of x. What does this represents? That means, am I not moving on the circumference of the circle? So does it give us the circumference of the circle? So I can say circumference of the circle. All high school maths we are using here. Circumference of the circle. So we know the circumference of the circle to be equals to 2 pi r. And he says the circumference is what? 28 minus of x is equals to 2 pi r. That's the circumference of a circle. 2 pi 28 minus of x. And the formula that we are having is 2 pi r. Now from here, I'll try to find out the radius because I want to find out the radius of this given circle. So what is the radius of this circle I want to find out? So let's try to find out that r from here. So send this 2 pi on the other side. It's 28 minus of x divided by what? Divided by 2 pi is equals to r. So I've got the radius of the circle. Therefore, the radius of the circle will be radius of the circle 28 minus of x divided by 2 pi. So obtain the side of a square as well as the radius of the circle. So once we have got it, then what we need to find out? We need to find out the total area of the circle and square should be minimum. So that is what we need to find out. Therefore, the total area will be the area of the square plus area of the circle. So we need to prove that this area is minimum. To prove this is minimum. Or what is the area of the square? Area of the square will nothing but side square, right? It is just a side square. So let us write down area of the square will be side square. And area of the circle we know it is pi r square. So we obtain the side. Side of the square is what? Side of the square is x by 4. So just plug in that x by 4 over here. It is x by 4 whole square plus pi. What is the value of r that we have obtained over here? It is 28 minus of x divided by 2 pi. And it is squared. Now we need to simplify this one. So if we try to simplify, this becomes x square by 4 square will be 16 plus this will be pi, and in the numerator we have 28 minus of x and it is squared. Denominator is also squared, so 2 square will be 4 and you are having pi square. So therefore, if I just try to cancel out this one, 1 pi will get cancelled, right? Which will be nothing but x square by 16. plus here what you're having it is 28 minus of x whole square divided by denominator 1 pi is cancelled out. 1 pi is cancelled out, 4 pi will be left out. So we have to find out this total area. Let me take this as t to show that t is minimum. So let me take this as equation 1 to show that t is minimum. So if t is minimum, once again you have to go for the derivative. So I'll try to differentiate this one, differentiate t with respect to x, because I need to find out the value of x. So I'll be getting dt by dx will be equals to, so x square differentiation will be 2x divided by 16 is just a constant as it is, plus 1 by 4 pi is a constant as it is. Now square term is there, so try to differentiate it. It is like x square will be 2x, 2 times of 28 minus of x. So square differentiation is over. Now inner differentiation. Inner differentiation 28 is a constant, 0 minus differentiation of x will be 1. Further, if you try to simplify this one, you will be getting 2x by 16 plus it is 1 by 4 pi. Here this 0 minus 1 is minus 1 multiplied by 2 will give you minus 2 into 28 minus of x. Or further, if you try to simplify this 2x by 16, it is plus into minus will be minus. You can cancel out this one. 2 ones are 2, 2 twos are 4. Right? Or further, you can, if you want, you can divide each of the term by this 2 pi. So I'll rewrite this one. So minus is there, it becomes, or else I'll write one more step and then try to simplify. 2 pi I have kept it as it is. Inside what is there? Because minus sign is gone outside, you are left out only with 28 minus of x, or 2x. It is better you cancel out this also. 2 ones are 2, 2 eights are 16. So therefore, we'll just be left out with x by 8 minus. And now I'm multiplying 28 by what you have, 2 pi. Again, minus into minus will give you plus x divided by 2 pi it is. That's the expression we have. But now I need to equate this to 0 to find out the value of x. Let us take dt by dx to be equals to 0. So this term which is there, x by 8 minus 28 by 2 pi, then plus x by 2 pi is equals to 0. So what you can do is you can group these two values and take x common outside. If I take x common, I'll be left out with 1 by 8 plus 1 by 2 pi. And I'll send this 28 by 2 pi on the right hand side. It becomes 28 by 2 pi. 2 ones are 2, 2 fours are 8. What is left out here? It is x. If you want, you can take the LCM over here. So what will be the LCM? The LCM will be 8 pi. 8 into pi. So here 8 is already there. You need to just multiply this by pi. So 8 times of pi will give you 8 pi. So pi into 1 will give you pi. Plus here 2 pi is already there. Pi is already there. So 2 has to be multiplied by what value to get 8? 2 fours are 8. So we'll be getting 2 fours are 8, 8 pi, which comes in the denominator. Now multiply 4 times of 1 will give you 4. Pi plus 4 is equals to what here? It is 14 by pi. But I want the value of x over here. X will be equals to, you have 14 by pi. Now this value, if I send it, this value goes in the numerator, this value comes in the denominator. So you are left out with what value? 8 pi, and that is divided by what? Pi plus 4. Now cancel out. This pi and pi will get cancelled. I think only that value will cancel out. Remaining value will be left out as it is. So x will be equals to, it is 112. That's all. Divided by, it is pi plus 4. This is the value of x. So x value has been obtained. So once we obtain the value of x, now we'll go for whether it is minimum or maximum. We'll try to differentiate that one again. Where is that dt by dx? This one. Let me take this as some equation number. Have I taken any equation number here? Yes, I have taken equation number 1. I'll take this as equation number 2. So to find minimum value, this is to find minimum. So what we have to do, we have to differentiate equation number 2 with respect to x. With respect to x. What is the dt by dx? Let me write down here. X by 8 minus 28. 28 by 2 pi. 28 by 2 pi plus x by 2 pi. Minus 28 by 2 pi plus x by 2 pi. Now we have to differentiate this one once again. So you'll be getting d square t by dx square will be equals. So 1 by 8 as it is. Differentiation of x will be 1. 28 by pi is completely a constant. Differentiation of a constant will be 0 plus 1 by 2 pi is a constant. Differentiation of this x will be 1. So therefore we'll be having 1 by 8 minus or rather plus 1 by 2 pi. So this is also a positive. 1 by 8 is a positive and 1 by 2 pi is also positive. Therefore, you'll be getting this value to be greater than 0. D square t by dx square is greater than 0. That means this implies that t is what? T is minimum. T represents what? T represents the total area. Area of the square as well as the area of the circle is minimum. So hence we have proved that this t is a minimum for what value of x? Hence t is minimum. Hence t is minimum by pi plus 4. At this particular point, t will become minimum. So t, that means the area of the square and the area of the circle will become minimum at this point. So that was the question, and hence we obtained the required solution.